Welcome everyone to our Wednesday, December 11th, 2013 meeting with 10 below temperatures outside. So nice to be in here, but it's a little bit warmer. Glad to see everybody made it safely. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order and ask for the approval of the agenda that we have before us.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The agenda is approved. Approval of last week's minutes.
Move to approve the minutes of last week.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. And approval of claims for payment.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That motion carries. And County Auditor's monthly report we have in front of us.
Move to approve the auditor's monthly report of November of $710.
Second.
So moved and seconded. Any further discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That report is approved, which lets us get into item 6, Community Services Annual Report. And Lynn, we have you here, so we'll turn it over to you.
As you might remember from last year, we're required every year by December 1st to send in some information. So this has been sent in. It's mostly informational. I think as far as action, probably just would need to accept the report. There's two different things we send in. We send in some warehouse reports, which that comes out of this. We have what we call the CSN system, Community Services Network. We enter all of our data, and then it provides us reports that we then submit to the state. So those went in by December 1st, as did this annual report. They have 30 days to look it over, and then they can tell us we need to either submit additional information or whatever. I haven't heard anything back from them, so I assume it'll be okay, but we may have to supplement some of the information.
Okay.
Just a brief summary of the year. We're only required to report on the mental health part, but I always include everything our office does. So I included the general assistance and case management and the substance abuse stuff that we do and things like, and their clubhouse, of course. So for the mental health part, for the CPC portion of our office, as you can see there, the number of consumers that we serve went down some. And if you look, we had 228, and again, 200. The number served, that's only based on the number that we fund. So we have tons of people that come through our office that we do referrals, and we do helping them get lined up with services that are funded by the state or whatever. That those don't count. It's only if they're county funded. So if you look down there under the by diagnosis, and you look at the line that says unduplicated mental retardation, you can see that huge drop there from 83 to 49. And that's primarily because, if you remember, the state took over the non-federal portion of Medicaid as of July 1st of last year. So, you know, the county no longer had to fund that non-federal part for, you know, looks like almost, 40% of the people. But we also lost that state dollars that we used to get. We used to get like $700,000 in property tax relief dollars that we no longer get either. So even though it looks like we had a huge savings in expenditures, which we did, we also lost revenues. So, and because of that, then our total expenditures went down substantially to about $761,000. Case management, our numbers increased. We served 115 different individuals during the year, and it had been 106 the year before. Our units that we billed out increased from the previous year, and our average units increased. General assistance, we were actually down a little bit, which I was surprised at, because it seems like we get more and more calls. I mean, we seldom would go a day without one call, and a lot of days we get 5 or 6 calls from people, you know, needing assistance, but we're able to a lot of times hook them up with other agencies. We always consider ourselves as the funder of last resort, so we try to hook them up with MICA or the food pantry, or you know, if it's during the winter, we hook them up. They have to go apply for the moratorium for heat assistance, things like that, or LIHEAP. So I think we do we are able to help a lot of people, but it doesn't show that many here really on paper. Most of them are for rent and utilities are the two big ones. Our Faith in Action and Friendship Club program, we had an unduplicated number served for the year of 63 different people. You can see there like the Friendship Club, 52 different people used the Friendship Club during the year. So that's a good program that gets a lot of use. Our average monthly was 31. So on an average month, 31 different people attend the Friendship Club. And the rest of this is pretty much things that we're required to report. Review of our activities for the year. I put something in there about our regionalization because a lot of my time and has been spent in additional meetings trying to get the new region formed. We have our administrative team that meets at least monthly, and then Ron's on the board that meets at least monthly, and then we have subcommittees which are working on a lot of different things. So I do have to spend quite a bit of time on that. And then our goals on page 4, we are required to have goals, but because of the regionalization thing, last year rather than establish new goals, they said we could extend our current ones. So these goals actually are extended. Our one was to focus on getting people employed in the community, to offer additional opportunities for people to live in the community, and we were able to do that because we were able to help 3 or 4 different young adults move into waiver homes in the community. Then we had one about we expanded the utilization of the clubhouse to allow people that had, we used to only allow people with a mental illness diagnosis, but now if they have a dual diagnosis of mental retardation and mental illness, they're allowed to attend, so we did that. We also looked at the feasibility. I think we did this back, I'm not sure you were all even on the board yet when we did this, but at one point we were looking at getting accredited as a Medicaid provider for a clubhouse. But as we look at that, it's very costly, and we really have a very cost-effective program. Like Hamilton County runs a program that is accredited, but their budget is like 400-some thousand, and for our clubhouse it's like 50-some thousand. So I'm not sure if the additional cost would justify us doing that, especially at this time when we're looking at someday those services may be more of on a regional basis. I think that's it. I attached those. There's 5 different reports that we're required to send in. Those are attached, as are our surveys, our satisfaction surveys that we did for all of our case management program for fiscal year 13. So you can look it over. If you have any questions or anything, give me a call, and I guess I would just ask that you accept the report for now.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Lynn or anything? If not, make a motion for accepting the report.
Make a motion to accept the Community Services Annual Report.
I will second.
So moved and seconded. Any further discussion on it? Thanks, Lynn, for your report on that.
And one other comment that's not related to this report, but I just wanted to remind you, as we're working on our budgets, about if you remember last year we had the discussion, we reduced the tax askings.
Right.
And we have to bump that back up this year to the 4728. And I found out it has to be based on FY12 population. So I'm not sure if our population went up or down. Do you have gotten any new? I guess I can look it up, but so whatever that 4728 times our population levy.
Population estimates? Do they just do little?
They just do an estimate every year, don't they? And then
Okay. That'd be based on 2012.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All's in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The report is accepted. All right. Item number 7. James and Mike are here and are going to talk a little bit about our online outreach and social media. So I will turn the floor over to you two to visit a little bit about what you guys are thinking.
Okay. As the board is aware, a few months ago, we rolled out the beginning of our online outreach program through our county YouTube channel. Our intent with that was to provide education and information, try and maintain a high level of transparency, highlight some of the programs and initiatives that are being done in the county, and then eventually even showcase some things around Hardin County that are worth noting. The response has been great from the public. We're getting hundreds of hits per month on those videos from around certainly Hardin County, and even outside of the county and around the world. I'm not thinking that's a lot of traffic, but we're getting some of it. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our rollout of our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're hoping to do a little bit different outreach with these two pages. Because of their popularity, Facebook and Twitter have obviously millions of clients, and they're a very common user interface. People are familiar with the way they look, they feel. Of course, we always want traffic to come back to our website, but Facebook and Twitter allow us to push information out to the public. They don't have to come to our website and get our information. We're starting with Facebook and Twitter because they're two of the most popular ones right now, and they're easy, low-hanging fruit for us to deploy. We've got links on our website to the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, and the Twitter account. We're going to encourage the public and employees to go join these sites. We're going to also target some other entities around the county, things like municipalities that may have these pages, service organizations, churches, other businesses, in the hopes that when we put information out there, they may even re-disseminate that information to their clients or their employees. We're going to put, of course, the news information that we would put on our normal website out there, but also we're hoping to put just reminders and bullet point information. Remember to come out and vote. If we have to pull the plows off the road due to inclement weather, that's a great safety concern that the public would love to be informed about more live time than they can right now. If the courthouse is going to be closed, we've got our hours posted on there if it's a holiday. Property taxes becoming due. I mean, department by department, the needs just keep expanding continuously. We think this program is really going to be beneficial and connect to children as well as retirees. This is going to be a program that's really going to hit everybody in the community that we possibly can. Micah, of course, being our web content person, as always staying on top of the ball, getting things on our website. She has already started posting information in a test environment on the Facebook and Twitter pages over the last few weeks. Everything's going well, and like I say, as of today, we're gonna cut the ribbon and start inviting people to join us on Facebook and the Twitter.
Okay. Questions for Micah? You have anything to add, or?
No, I went back and grabbed any news items. I started about beginning of September. I just started populating it like it was happening in real time. So if someone were to go to the Facebook page, which we just published today, like live, they'll see a good stream of content, not just, hey, they joined Facebook in 2013.
Right.
So there's some content there. And then the focus has been pointing back to the website. So if there's something about board minutes being out, we point them to where the board minutes are on the website, or election information, we point them to the page on the website with election information. So the goal is to inform and push notifications out there, but the website's still like the repository for the information. And what's great about this is, for example, RV, TV, all licenses for RVs and ATVs and the recorder's office are due at the end of the month. And I've had that on the website since mid-October, early October, but the social media allows us to, like you say, put reminders out there, hey, you need to do that, and there's really no great way to do that on a website besides saying, hey, this has been here for the last 2 months, read it. So I think that's how we're looking at using it. And then it allows a little more informal, we can put a little more pictures, and I guess one of the things I'd be curious to know is Facebook, the website is a pain, as you guys know, and having multiple, we can have multiple editors, but it's so picky in its formatting that it's not worth training someone else on how to do it and make it look good. But Facebook is a lot easier, and a lot of people are familiar with it. So one of the things I'm curious about is what our policy is for who might be allowed to post to those. I've kind of been the keeper of the website just because of time, but I don't necessarily think that's the way it should always be. Facebook is so easy to post to that I think it should be opened up to other people that might be active in doing that. I'm thinking like conservation or something like that, where they can do it from their phones. So that, I'm wondering, do we have a social media policy in place?
No, right now, we're just starting this out very small. We just want to get the product out there and get it in front of the public. So in the beginning, right now, Micah and I are the content holders for the social media sites. Of course, Mike is always hopefully kept in the loop when there's press releases so that you can get those on the
It's getting
website.
better. It's getting a lot better.
And that information we're just rolling directly onto all the various outlets that we have. Down the road, as we start developing, hopefully, a new website, it'll automatically post information that we put in the various departmental sections about news or calendar events directly to Facebook and Twitter. So that'll eliminate the need for any kind of double entry or reminders that departments would have to do. But it's something we should definitely look at if departments have a need. Emergency management has expressed a high interest in being a little more proactive about communicating with the public and with the citizens about some of the programs that they have in place, and she might be a good guinea pig. I'd like to start looking down the road a little bit and seeing what we can do, but in the very beginning phases, we've at least got the product out there.
And the Facebook page isn't like our personal pages.
No, it's really
it doesn't have room for comment. It's all dealing with getting information out quickly, right?
Well, what you can do, you can put some restrictions in place, and one of the things that's restricted is people can't post on the
Right.
page, and nobody can tag photos and stuff except for admins. However, and you cannot turn off commenting. There's some workarounds on how to limit commenting, but you cannot turn that off, much to my chagrin. So anything that gets posted, the public at this point can still comment on.
Okay.
We can delete comments, but we can't prevent them.
Okay.
But they can't go and post something brand new. It's only a comment off something that's already there.
Okay, this can be used for stuff like temporary information that needs to be out there just for a short period of time.
Absolutely. Yeah, if
Absolutely.
you've got an event or a situation that you want to get out there, of course, our website, and then the Facebook, Twitter, even a YouTube, if you want to put a clip out there, if it's
Well,
instructional.
I'm looking at putting things out there like when homesteads are finally
Yes.
due.
Absolutely. Yep, that's
Like
exactly.
right now, we got Senate File 295 on commercial that are due by January
Mm-hmm.
15th that we could post out there.
And I really like to see, I mean, what I'd like to do, even if there's multiple posters to the Facebook, is I'll see that stuff and I'll be like bugging them for information. I think it's something that needs to be on our website as a news announcement. But I would like to see this one page become really robust of a variety of department information, not just main county information, as you might say, because it's a more user-friendly environment for most people. I'd rather see this than segmented website, Facebook pages for different departments. In some counties, there's like an EMA page and public health page, and nothing against auditors or even GIS. We're not ever really going to have generally our own Facebook page. We just don't generate enough newsworthy type items, and so I guess I'd rather see one really active and updated frequently Facebook page for all departments. So that's one reason I don't want to discourage, I mean, we have to have a policy, but that's why I think in the future I'd like to see multiple content creators for the Facebook page. But one thing that's really nice on a mobile environment is there's a whole separate app you can download to phones and tablets that is called Page Creator, and it's really just for administering pages. And if I open that up, I'm already Hardin County. Like, I'm not Micah Cutler when I'm at this page. So anything I post comes in as Hardin County. And so it's really, we've been kind of testing something up in Franklin County, and the conservation people, they can, snap a photo and write up a couple sentences, and it goes straight to their Franklin County Facebook page, and it's really easy for them, and it isn't tied to their Facebook account. So there's no, you can't tell Micah Cutler or James Nearing posted to this page. It's just Hardin County posted something, whoever that may be. It's anonymous in that respect. It's just the organization. So that's really, I like that.
And again, we've got links to all three of our online outreach, the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter on our homepage, hardincountyia.gov.
Yes.
Well, I think for the time being, I think that's what was decided, just to have you two in charge of it for content. I think at our next department head meeting, then we can get the department heads involved and, start to develop a policy of what we should or shouldn't put out there.
Yeah, I think the more people, I think we definitely need to have a social media policy, which is clearly written out, this is what kind of content you can put, this is not. I mean, just, even for myself, I want to make sure I'm dotting my i's and crossing my t's and not
Right.
making any assumptions that could be wrong.
But everybody seems to have phones now when they're in the waiting room or anything, they're always scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, and then, you know, we have committees that we have to fill coming up here in January, and just be fun to send out a tweet to say, hey, we've got this opening, would you be interested in?
In fact,
you know?
we've got content on the site right now talking about asking people to sign up to be on committees or organizations that we've got openings for.
But a lot of people go through the tweets on Facebook, but they don't go to our, or someone's specific website. They just like to see,
Exactly.
you know, real quick what's going on. So I do see, and we're gonna pull the snowplows off in 2 hours. You know, that's tweeted out there. I think that's,
I like to use the example of the Times Citizen. I'm a subscriber, I'm an Isle Falls resident, and I see their news items on Facebook, and I don't even remember the last time I've actually been to their website.
We're revamping it.
Oh, good, because
Our
I'm not fond of it.
website. Yeah, our website's bad.
But yeah, I mean, that's how people use information these days. So we would be doing a disservice to not try and put news and items in their face where they're looking.
it's a new generation
I'm
coming
glad
up.
you guys are supporting this.
Yep, everything's headed to quick, fast, you know, instant access to stuff, and we're heading in the right direction. We just want to make sure we get there the correct way. And any questions for these two? Well, thank you for your guys' report and what you're doing. Keep us in the loop, and like I say, for our next department head meeting, let's get that on the agenda. That'd be in
Absolutely.
January. And we can-
January?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing Page Creator isn't a Windows app.
You know, it might be. It's Facebook, and
I'm gonna go with
you never know.
I think Android and iOS.
You feeling like the forgotten minority?
I feel like I have a cult of people that we all just love our Windows phone and we're gonna stick together, so.
You and the Blackberries.
Yep. Yep, I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because it is a Facebook app, so it might be.
No, because their official Facebook app really stinks. So
I'm
there's
glad
been
it's
a lot
not
of off spins, and like I have a favorite that I use, but I have a page for
Using
my
like a third
business,
party
and
app.
I have a real problem doing page creation. I have to change who I am from my account to that one. It's a pain. So.
Oh, that's too bad.
But I love
All right,
that one.
well, thanks, guys, for
Thank you.
everything that you did and are doing. We'll move to item 8 then, set date for public hearing to consider rezoning of property from A, agriculture, to C, commercial. I see we have Don in the room, so maybe Don wants to comment on that just real quick.
Yeah, this is a 2-acre tract just south of Isle Falls. They're wanting to put a lawnmower shop, repair shop and sales
Okay.
there. And Denny Praska is selling the land to them, about 2 acres. They got a survey and everything for it. The zoning board passed it on December 2nd to have it rezoned. So we pass it on then to you guys and wait and see what your decision is, I guess,
Okay,
for the board.
so we need to set a date for that hearing as of right now. Nancy, do you have a date in mind for us
I
on it?
do. You could go either January 15th or January 22nd. With the holidays, I just thought we needed to
Yeah.
be sure that I hit the deadlines. I'd try and publish it probably January 7th or 8th, and we don't have any calendars. But anyway, I would publish it Tuesday and Wednesday, the 7th and the 8th. And then after that, it's up to you if you want to do it on the 15th or the 22nd.
Don, is there a time limit on your end of it? One date?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
He's not trying to get out there and build or anything.
I don't know, this time, they like to get started, but I don't know, the ground frozen the way it is, I don't think they're gonna get started like they wanted to.
Okay. Well, for sure, we're covered for the 15th. We're planning on having the 15th. We just want to get it done sooner than later, I would think.
Okay.
So I would take a motion on that to get that date set in time.
I'll move to set the public hearing concerning rezoning of property from agricultural to commercial to be January 15th. public hearing of it at 10:05.
Is there a second?
A second.
So moved and seconded that we have a public hearing on this agricultural at 10:05 on January 15th on the rezoning. Any further discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion carries. Anything else, Don?
That should be it.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Change of status for Conservation Department. We have some in front of us, so we'll start that process.
I can move to approve Martin Steiner, Park Tech, end of seasonal employment.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to approve Ellen Crosser, Nature Center Secretary, end of seasonal employment.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to approve Jeff Hillman, Park Aide, end of seasonal employment.
Second.
So moved and second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to approve Jesse Farley, Roadside Tech, IRVM, end of seasonal employment.
Second.
Moved and second. And any further discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to approve Lee Babcock, Office Assistant. She is retiring.
Second.
Moved and second. Any further discussion on that?
Yeah, she's put in a lot of great service for us and is retiring now, so I wish her luck.
We all wish her luck and thank her for her service to conservation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And one more.
Move to approve Jada Staples, Office Assistant. Looks like 24 to 29 hours a week for permanent part-time.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on that one?
She's replacing Lee.
Yep. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That's all I had. Is that all you guys had?
Yep.
All right. Next item of business is an ineligible homestead and military credits to be disallowed for 2014, payable 2015 and 2016.
Make a motion to approve the utilities permit, ineligible homestead military credits to be disallowed for 2014, payable 15-16.
I will second.
It's moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I don't have any utility permits in front of me. Do you have, any of you two have anything? We have no one here from Secondary Roads Department, so we will click on by that. Item 12 is other business in the room. We have someone in the back raising their hand, so we will go ahead and see what's up. Yes, Jessica.
I just wanted to make you aware that we will not be having a public hearing for the amendment on the 20th as you had set the date.
Okay.
And with the Thanksgiving holiday, the publication deadline had been moved, so I was not able to publish. So we will come back at a later time and give you a date to set again to do the same amendment that we've been trying to do. There's no hurry to get it done apparently at this point in time, so it doesn't cause any problems, but I wanted to make you aware of that so that when the 20th came and people said, where's our amendment, it's not going.
Okay. So right now that is canceled until further.
And we will do it in the future, but I don't have a date for you yet, and I will put it on a future agenda item.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else? If not, take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Back to the cold.